This is Shirley Husar with the World. Just want to let you know I am in Los Angeles at the California African American Museum, and we were just finished listening to Michael Dyson. Michael Dyson has a new book out where he refers to JC and JC's past writings and maybe some of his current writings. There were many of us who are descendants of slaves, ADOSs, that really wanted to address some of the current affairs and events going on in this country, but unfortunately we were not able to ask any question from Mr. Dyson, which is kind of shocking. I think a lot of us would have liked to ask some kind of question, but unfortunately we weren't able to do that. They had a really nice crowd. You can see the good turnout. All these seats were full, by the way. All the seats were full. So unfortunately we were not able to ask him any questions, but we were able to move forward and see what's going on in the urban communities. You know, it's interesting, these people come from back east and they don't really understand the plight of Black Americans are going through here. We're down to 6% blacks in the state of California, and we had such a great turnout. Let me show you the turnout. All these people are in line to sign his book. They want to sign his book, and it was interesting. I don't know if I can get someone to talk with me. Can I ask you a question? You mind if I do a video with you? I just wanted to get your take on what did you think of the event?
What is the video for?
Just YouTube. I want to talk about this event and African American descendants of slaves and what we're going through. I want something current.
Okay.
Okay, so what's your name? Let me sit next to you. Hold on. I love your shoes.
Thank you.
I'm looking at some yellow ones like that. Okay, what's your name?
I'm Jacqueline from Los Angeles, California.
Me too. So what did you think?
I think it was a discussion that he could have actually held on his own, because I feel like the points that he were making were very pointed. Although, of course, there needs to be a moderator, but he was able to make his points that needed to be made without the, I don't know, commentator or his interviewer. Without his interviewer.
I don't know, I felt a little lost because he kept reverting back to the past of Jay-Z, and I wanted him to talk about maybe something current
events.
Something more relevant.
I don't think he was able to, I see he didn't touch on his last album talking about economic growth for the community. So I feel like that was a major point he could have touched on. I also think it was very short, and this type of topic and him being who he is needed much more time.
I agree with you on that.
I'm sure there were a lot of people that definitely wanted to ask questions during the Q&A.
There was no Q&A.
There was no Q&A.
Why?
She asked one question. There was one question. Yeah. One question somebody wrote down and asked.
Oh, so you had to write the question down.
But there was only one. There was only one, because they didn't have time for that. So of course they're here to sell books, which of course we appreciate that he's been able to have such a large crowd and all of that, and that just goes to show that we need this in our community, where we're able to have these type of topics being touched upon. When I walked in, I was surprised that there were so many people.
Yeah, I was too. We don't see this many black people in one spot.
Right. Especially for, I guess, what you call it, a seminar or book signing. Especially for a book signing.
Yeah, all the seats were full. People were standing outside. Parking was a pain in the ass.
Definitely, definitely.
African American descendants of slaves is the topic right now. The foundation of blacks and who we are and where we came from. Do you think that's relevant with someone of his generation? He kept referring to the fact that he was 61 years old.
He's closer to that era than I am, so it's always going to be relevant. It's going to be relevant until the end of time.
Right, because it's a lineage.
If we don't keep it relevant, then the younger generation won't know what people died for. They won't know why they have their freedoms or how they're liberated. So I think if we lose that, and that sense of, you don't have to have a sense of self when it comes to slavery, but you need to have a sense of self when it comes to where you come from or what your lineage is from.
Was I wrong to think that we could have possibly talked about that? Because I didn't get that from this.
You said that's the topic right now on your channel, or
just in general within the black community. When I go on to the conscious thinking people online, we're talking about ourselves and where we are in America today. And I thought he would revert a little bit into that, being an activist, being a person of conscious thinking.
Slavery?
No, just about black America, about the lineage of the descendants of slaves.
In my opinion, I'm 28 years old, so I was born in 1990 when I grew up in the 90s. I think that Black people need to stop harping on the past and get community. We need to go back to community. Talking to your neighbors, having your friends, having your sisters over, and have meaningful conversations. Not conversations about gossiping or who's having a baby, who's pregnant, who got what shoes, who got what car, who got this jewelry for Christmas. No. Do you have a 401k? Have you been to the dentist? What's going on? What are you investing in?
Yes.
Where do you own property? Your auntie, is she gonna lose that house to in her will? Does she have a will? Does she have a living will? So I feel like it's always relevant, but it starts in the home.
Right. But I think that the way you just said all that, that's not normal for a lot of people. They don't understand LLCs or S corporations. They don't understand.
It has to become normal.
It needs to become normal. But if we talk about reparations in conjunction to government, do you think we deserve reparations?
So imagine this. We deserve reparations, definitely.
Why?
We deserve reparations.
Why?
But if you don't get those reparations, are you still going to be waiting on those reparations?
I don't think it's something that you wait for.
Are you going to be dependent upon a reparation?
No, I don't think that we're waiting. I think it's something that we're not asking on, and we never did. And I think that generation never asked for anything.
I think we should definitely, it should be asked, but I don't think that should be the focus, because that...
So what should be the focus?
The focus should be on building your own.
How do you build your own when you have no liquidity, when you don't have generational wealth?
How do you get liquidity by having a high credit score? You get liquidity by having financial literacy, being financially literate.
We're down to 6% blacks in California. If you go downtown Los Angeles,
they're going to continue to leave because it's only getting more expensive.
But if you see downtown Los Angeles, we have educated, master's, doctorate degree homeless people in this state right now. I've talked to them. I've interviewed them.
I've talked about this with my mother, and it's not about education.
Okay.
It's about your contacts. Everything is about who you know. So if while you were in school you didn't socialize enough to where you have a contact at Google who can get you a job. When I talk to my friends, if they just got a new job, how did you get the job? Oh, my friend told me about it. It comes back to that grassroots, everything.
But you realize that you are a very unique person in your thinking and in of your actions. And that you have specific understandings of what your goals are. For other African American people who may not have a mother or a father or a mentor or a support base, their ideologies are not going to be the same as yours. So if we revert back to government, let's talk about government. Not one's own self-abilities, but one that realize they need government's help in assisting them.
You need to be self-reliant. You cannot rely on this government, because the government might save you in 10 years, but in 10 years you might be dead. You have to be self-reliant in this world. I come from mental illness.
Okay.
So you don't know if I had a mother or a father. You understand that? So everybody, this understanding came from self-knowledge. You have to educate yourself. You have to read books. You have to go on YouTube. You have to put yourself in places like this. You cannot be dependent upon reparations, because they may or they may not come. Yes, we need them. If that's your crusade, fight that.
I don't think the people who are talking about reparations are waiting or looking upon reparations. I think the first step is that we have to identify we are entitled to reparations. We need to have a conversation about reparations.
I agree.
We need to go back and understand. Do you understand the Civil War? Do you understand the civil rights? Do you understand?
I agree. And I know there's a lot of us that are actually homeschooling their kids because they are taking our slavery information out of the history books in school, so they're not getting the education that they should be getting. I agree with all of it, but I think it depends on what you're going to spend your energy on, and if that's your crusade, go for it. But I don't think for the normal average person, I feel like
person or black or white or just person in general?
For the average black person, make sure you are self-reliant. You have a car to get to A to B, to get from A to B. Make sure you have the things that you need, like your basics. Make sure your basics are
But what about somebody who doesn't have that?
If you don't have that, you have to build that. I was on the bus at 17 going to a community college. I didn't have that, but I was on the bus at 9 o'clock at night, making sure I got that education. Eventually, I got it.
Well, like I said, I commend people like yourself who have ambitions, who are moving forward. I think in today's time,
the young people that don't have that, they need a mentor. So if you're in the position to be a mentor, get that young person that you see in their neighborhood doing nothing, get that person and help them.
Absolutely, absolutely. Last question. When we talk about the President of the United States, when we talk about Republicans and Democrats, are you going to vote for either one? Who do you think the candidates should be, and where do you stand on that?
I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican.
Okay.
So I definitely will vote when the time comes. I haven't been interested in the debates or anything. I'm not spending my time on that until it gets down to the two candidates that will be running up against each other. And at this time, they've made a mockery of government in the United States. I'm very disgusted. I'm sure a lot of other people are too. I'm surprised he got this far, but he did. So, I mean, we have to understand that the powers that be put the person in place and put the president in place for a reason. So we don't know what that reason is. It's not going to be something that's apparent to the naked eye, but there's always a reason for something.
This is true. What do you think?
Just like there was a reason for Obama to be the president, so they could strengthen their African trade in the United States and strengthen that relationship. So everything always has an underlining reason.
Well, Obama failed the black community because he helped immigrants and illegal immigrants. He didn't help African Americans.
But African Americans,
and he also
have
helped
the
the gay community. He also helped the gay and lesbian transgender community.
I didn't understand that. For him to be a Christian, it didn't really make sense to me.
That
why he was for the gay community as much as he was. Now,
a lot of energy went towards that when we still had a lot of black people who were still out of work, a lot of black people who became homeless, a lot of black people who went through the mortgage crises. And we really didn't have an executive order written for African Americans under that administration.
I'm a child of an immigrant. So when I hear the immigrant thing, those are jobs a lot of black people don't want. A lot of black people are not going to be picking strawberries. So did they take your job or did they take a job? You understand what I mean?
See now, and I think that's the story of a lie, because there are a lot of black people who do want to work.
I know people that don't want those jobs.
Now I know a lot of black people who do want them jobs.
And that are unemployed but still would not take that job.
Nope, I know blacks will take those jobs. And I think that's the media's perspective
of life. We probably know both. No, that's a personal, because I know people that would not take those jobs. I know personally too. I'm born and raised in the state all my life. So you're saying you know people that would?
Yes, absolutely.
And I know people that would.
Okay, well that's a different era.
We both, exactly. That's why,
because
exactly.
I think that if you're hungry, you're gonna work.
No matter where it is. I agree with you.
Okay, so but I do think that we are dispositioned as those who are of the foundation blacks in this country. The foundational blacks are being disrupted by the mass movement of immigration in California. And I think that is one of our biggest struggles for those of us who are descendants of slaves. And I know you said you're an immigrant. Where are your people
I'm not an immigrant. My mother is an immigrant.
Okay.
No, she's from Panama.
Okay, and then your father too?
No, he's from here. He's from Alabama.
Okay.
So he's from the U.S.
But you don't relate to the Alabama side. You relate more to the Panama of your mom?
I grew up here.
Okay,
so
California.
I see it. I grew up in California. So I see it. I see it. But I will say...
What do you see? Tell me so I have...
I see that Hispanic people have a sense of community and they help each other get jobs. They help each other. They live together in a house so that they can own the house. And I see that black people are not as uplifting. They're not as uplifting. At the company that I work with, there are 10 people with the same Spanish last name. You understand those are all relatives.
Right.
You know what I mean? So in any sense of they're helping each other, they're building each other up, they have companies. And now we have this as well. It's just at a different percentage. You know what I mean? That you can see to the naked eye. Because I'm sure there's a lot of times that you might not be aware that, okay, they're over there, they're doing that.
Right.
But I feel like this is why they're coming up so fast.
I think one of the challenges that we have as African American people, though, is that we are dispositioned because they do hire their family, they do hire their friends,
I agree.
and they will not hire us.
Yes,
so
I totally
you can
agree.
always help somebody if they are like you.
Right.
But what we're finding is we're seeing segregation purposely implied within our community.
But
and so when
it's
we
at
talk
the
about
schools
them,
too.
It's everywhere in California.
It's at
and so
the schools.
that's a problem because now black people who don't speak Spanish won't get hired.
No, because they need a bilingual person.
Right, and that's not right for black Americans today.
I think that no matter what, there's always going to be opposition. So you have to...
What do you mean?
Opposition financially, educationally, no matter what it is. But that cannot stop you. You have to continue to keep going. Help who you can and continue to keep going. Don't let that burden you or bring you down.
Right.
I'm the type... I'm going to make it happen regardless. That's where I come from.
And I love that energy in you.
So
I think that's brilliant in you.
I don't think enough people have that.
No, I agree.
So once you have that sense, and we all have that sense, we can be better together. So I think there will be a Black Renaissance, because we are business owners now. We're helping each other. We have social media. A lot of Black businesses are thriving.
What is the Black Renaissance? What does that mean?
Black Renaissance means that there's a new era where we're not only entertaining in the entertainment and sports sector, we're in the business sector, and we're recognized for it.
Absolutely.
They have Miss USA, Miss America, and Miss Universe. They're all Black for a reason.
I know, and Team USA too.
Yeah, so that means something. That means something. So it's coming.
But then it's contradiction, because you have that and you have Lizzo. Because then you have some people say you've got the Lizzo situation with the butt out. A lot of Black community people didn't like that either.
I mean, all she's showing is embracing her body.
Okay.
I don't like it. I wouldn't like it for a skinny woman. Why are you showing your ass? So,
I agree.
But I get what her point is.
Okay.
I'm big and I'm beautiful. But it just depends. You have to put your energy on things that are gonna, be your cause, be for your cause. If it's expanding too much and spending too much energy on something that has nothing to do with you and is irrelevant, you're gonna, you're gonna exhaust yourself.
I agree with you. Well, how can they find you? Do you want to be found?
I'm actually on a social media cleanse, so if you could find me anywhere, it would be itgirljac, ITGIRLJAC. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I'm Shirley Husar, and I thank you so much for being on my channel.
Yes, definitely.
God bless you. Let's keep in touch. Urban Game Changers.
Yeah, we should.
For sure, for sure. And I'll look you up online.
Okay.
Awesome.
You have a card?
I don't have one of my Urban Game Changers cards, but we'll keep in touch. If you have a card, that'd be great. Woo. Thank you, Mama. I'm a real estate developer.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm doing stuff in Texas, and I'm doing the income opportunity zone.
In Texas?
In Texas and in California. Central Texas.
Okay.
So you might want to look that up and look up, I think it's Victor.
If you text,
Okay, I can do that.
because I'm an investor as well. I'm doing wholesaling. I'm doing a lot of different things when it comes to real estate.
Right.
So I'm definitely sure we can collaborate on that.
Absolutely. I love that. All right, God bless you. We'll talk soon. Thank you. So hey guys, thank y'all so much for watching. I had that beautiful sister over there talking about where we are in America. What is our perspective as Black people? No matter what age you are, we all have a different perspective on where we're going and how things are making changes in our country. I'm going to show you the line. Look at this line. I totally agree with her, and when we talk about how we as African Americans in California and nationally need to have more intellectual conversations. I think he played the safe card by not taking any questions, Q&A. Apparently he just took one. So I think he played the safe card in doing that, and it would have been nice if he would have taken more questions for and of and about our people in current times. I think that's a key thing. I wish I could answer a lot of your questions, but it's so crazy in here. I might come on later on back tonight, in about an hour, and we'll talk more. But anyway, I'm live from Los Angeles. Just want to let you know, live from Los Angeles at the California African American Museum, where we had Michael Dyson, come and speak about his philosophy and his thinking on Jay-Z's writing in today's time. Talk to you soon, family. Bye-bye.